London didn't collapse slowly tonight. It fell violently and instantly in full view of the public. 82,000 people surged through Westminster in just 11 minutes. 312 fires erupted across the streets. 68 police units were overwhelmed, and 9 major roads were blocked. Then came the alert no official ever expected. Black security condition. The highest level of national security in UK history, triggered live and in real time for the first time. No speeches, no warnings, and no preparation, just impact. At 6:31 p.m., London's monitoring systems reported the unimaginable. 82,000 bodies moving toward Parliament Square faster than any protest, riot, or public gathering ever seen in modern British history. By 6:35 p.m., command center dashboards didn't just flash, they screamed, "Priority black, system overrun." Every unit, every emergency protocol, every code activated at once. By 6:39 p.m., a leaked Scotland Yard order confirmed what no one dared to say out loud. Westminster is no longer under operational control. We are now in blackout condition. This wasn't panic or exaggeration and not media spin. It was the official admission. The political heart of the United Kingdom had fallen in under 8 minutes. This collapse didn't start today, and it won't stay in London. If you're watching from the UK, the US, Canada, Europe, or Australia, anywhere your government pretends everything is fine while your daily life worsens, hit subscribe right now, because what triggered tonight is coming for your country next. This is the story officials are trying to suppress. This is what it looks like when a population finally runs out of patience. To understand how London went from stability to collapse in under 15 minutes, you must understand the silent crisis growing inside British homes for a decade. GP surgeries turn patients away before noon. Children wait months, sometimes a year, for basic dental care. Cancer diagnoses are delayed beyond safe limits. Ambulances arrive hours late or not at all. Mental health clinics close their waiting lists. Hospitals overflow. A and E corridors fill with people sitting on the floor. These aren't just policy failures on paper, they are real failures affecting real families. A mother in Birmingham chooses between feeding her children, heating her home, or paying rent. An elderly couple wraps themselves in blankets because turning on the heating means they will go hungry. A teenager dreams of studying away from home but realizes it is impossible. A young worker shares a studio flat with 2 others because rent rises faster than wages. Politicians talk in numbers while families deal with collapse. Teachers buy their own supplies. Nurses work double shifts. Social workers drown under unmanageable workloads. The infrastructure of daily life is stretched so thin, it is starting to break. One number pushed everything over the edge. £8 million taken from British taxpayers every single day. Where did it go? Entire hotels were booked up. Whole floors were set aside. Private security worked around the clock. Meal service was included. Taxi vouchers were included. Everything was covered. This wasn't just about immigration or asylum hotels. It was about fairness. And the moment a nation recognized the social contract it relied on had quietly fallen apart. When British families saw fully booked 3-star hotels with restaurants, security, and 24-hour services, while their children crammed into 35 student classes, sharing desks meant for 2, it didn't feel like compassion, it felt like betrayal. This isn't rage or hatred, it's a moral fracture. A social contract quietly disintegrating, hospitals failing, housing collapsing, schools unable to educate properly, and local councils going bankrupt. When the burden is no longer shared, trust erodes. And once trust erodes, civil stability collapses. Rapid cultural change worsened the fracture. Neighborhoods felt unrecognizable. Shops changed. Languages changed. Life sped up beyond comprehension. This wasn't xenophobia, it was disorientation, a loss of continuity, a psychological vertigo. When 67% of a population reports feeling betrayed, this isn't just political disagreement. This is collective trauma, a nation holding its breath before exhaling in rage. At 7:14 p.m., 15,000 people broke away from Parliament Square, purposefully heading toward migrant hotels in Paddington, Kensington, and nearby areas. The government deployed 8,000 police officers, the largest deployment since the 2011 riots. But it wasn't enough. Police lines didn't break. They disappeared under human pressure. Officers reported being physically lifted off the ground by crowd momentum. 302 officers were injured in under an hour. Barricades fell apart. Shields became makeshift barriers. This wasn't violence. It was presence. The weight of a population finally reaching its limit. By 7:22 p.m., London's black alert turned into a national red alert, a protocol activated only when civilian authority is failing nationwide. This wasn't just a second warning, it was an escalation into territory crisis planners hadn't anticipated. Every option before the Prime Minister was dire. If he deployed emergency powers, he'd be accused of stifling legitimate public anger. If he pulled back, he'd be criticized for losing control. If he hesitated, he'd lose public trust entirely. Inside Whitehall, the divide was deep. The Home Office pushed for emergency border action, while the Treasury warned of economic disaster. Humanitarian groups called for restraint. MPs panicked. Media outlets fractured. The public watched in real time. The result was clear. Policy paralysis at the moment leadership was most needed. A leaked memo predicted this exact scenario weeks earlier. If border stabilization is not implemented within weeks, prolonged civil disruption is likely. Tonight confirmed that the warning wasn't just accurate, it was understated. This isn't about left or right. This isn't about party lines. This is about capacity, the capacity of hospitals to treat patients, the capacity of housing to shelter families, the capacity of schools to educate children, the capacity of councils to function, the capacity of police to keep order, and most importantly, the capacity of trust between government and people. Tonight, that trust collapsed for millions. A country can endure hardship and survive pressure, but it cannot function when its people feel unseen, unheard, and unsupported, when they are told to be patient as their services fall apart, when they watch resources flow elsewhere while their own needs are ignored, when they realize the government no longer prioritizes them. That isn't anger, that's the end of patience. Tonight, Britain reached a turning point, not because of violence, but because of presence. 50,000 people filled the streets with a message the government cannot ignore. We are not invisible. We will not carry this burden alone. Hear us or lose us. After this scale, after this alert level, after police admitted they couldn't hold the line, there's no pretending everything is normal. Something fundamental shifted. This isn't just a British crisis. Other nations face the same pressure. The United States, Canada, France, Germany, Australia, and the European Union. Healthcare is failing. Housing is unaffordable. Public services are collapsing. Governments are disconnected from reality. Britain simply reached its breaking point first. Others are on edge. This story is unfolding hour by hour. When governments lose authority, police lines fall, trust shatters, and populations finally move, you need the unfiltered truth. History is moving fast. Don't watch it alone. If you're in Britain, what was your breaking point? If you're elsewhere, do you feel the same pressures building? Your comment becomes part of the record of this moment. Where does your nation stand?